What's up, Unbroken Nation? Hello, my friends. I'm Michael Unbroken, host of the Think Unbroken podcast and founder of ThinkUnbroken.com. And I'm honored to be your trauma coach and mentor because I believe that everyone is capable of getting unstuck, cultivating self-love, and becoming the hero of their own story. I believe that when implemented correctly, the practical tools and education you will receive from this show will help you lead an unbroken and extraordinary life. I believe that no matter what we come from, that we all have the ability to choose ourselves first, to create and manifest a powerful and grace-filled future and love the reflection in the mirror. I believe that every day is a day to grow, learn, heal, and change. That's why I started my company, ThinkUnbroken.com, which is an online training and healing and personal growth platform where you get everything that I know about how to get motivated, be accountable, get out of the vortex, and become the hero of your own story through community, connection, and commitment. For more information, visit ThinkUnbroken.com. Please listen closely as you may learn just one thing that will help you be unbroken. And please share this episode with at least 3 of your friends because we all need community and connection in our healing journey. And be sure to DM me and tag me on Instagram at Michael Unbroken so that I can say hi. I just want to thank you again for being a part of this, for listening and being a member of the Unbroken Nation. Now, let's get into today's show and make the world unbroken.
Move forward. You are one decision away from a completely different life. Mel Robbins. Moving forward is one of the most difficult tasks we face. The steps we have to take towards health for most of us are very foreign, as we did not grow up in a state of safety, security, or care. Now, as adults, it has become our responsibility to take care of ourselves. In the beginning, taking care of myself was the equivalent of walking into a mechanic shop and them giving me a wrench. I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew that I had to keep going because somewhere along the line, it would all make sense. There is no way that you are going to go to therapy, change where you live, leave your partner, get your dream job, fall in love, or write that book without falling into old patterns and habits. That is human nature. We want to be comfortable. We chase it. We crave it. Stepping outside of your comfort zone and into owning who you are is going to be so hard that you will question if it's worth it and all the shit that comes along. When you fall back, you have to keep going. Tapping into your own humanity may be confusing at first as your brain and body become used to kindness, compassion, and strength. You will fall back into old habits and routines as you create new ones. That's just the nature of healing. I wish I could simply write down a goal and it happens, but that's not reality. However, falling down is my favorite part of the process because each time I hit the ground, I get an opportunity to regroup, readjust, and reposition for my next move. There is something special in the moments that we get knocked down, because that's where our real character shines. You didn't get to where you are overnight, and you aren't going to get to where you want to be overnight either. The key is when you fall back, which you will, to get the fuck up, dust yourself off, stop making excuses, and move forward. If you step back, that's fine. Good. That means that you are moving forward to begin with. When you step back, do not beat yourself up. You are a fucking warrior. Learn from your trial and keep going. If you slip once, that doesn't mean that you are forced back to start. Beating yourself up when you fall down is like striking a match when your house is already on fire. It's pointless. A few years ago, I was working for a fantastic company, surrounded by incredible friends, and as happy as I have ever been. Maybe. But around Christmas time, I fell into one of the worst depressions that I had experienced in years. I was alone eating chicken wings and drinking whiskey at some shitty dive bar in Southeast Portland, while everyone else was with their families and friends celebrating the holidays. I was pissed off at the world and myself for all the shit I had done in my past. That night, I ate like shit, drank too much, watch TV nonstop, and probably put on 5 pounds from the 3 rounds of buffalo wings. But I allowed myself the space to do that without beating myself up. The part about the healing process that no one ever admits is that sometimes self-care is doing what satiates you in the moment. Sometimes self-care is downing a bunch of food, loathing for a night, being around other people doing the same, and then getting your ass up and getting back to work. I think it is so unfair that so many self-help books and influencers in the self-help space say that you should never give in. I say that's bullshit because we all have moments of weakness and no one is perfect. I knew that like all of my experiences with depression, they come and go. The next morning, I got my ass up, went to the gym, and for the next 10 months, didn't touch a drop of alcohol and lost another 15 pounds. It's not that I don't fall down, it's that I get up. We must get up. The point is that I could have decided that all of the work I had done over the previous years was a waste, and let the shame spiral of the vortex destroy me. I could have stayed on the course that ultimately would have been self-destruction. But instead, I told myself that I had to get back on the path. I could see and understand why I was upset. The holidays have always been a trigger for me. The months between Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve were always the most tumultuous in my childhood. Those breaks from school were often filled with cold, sleepless nights, beatings, beratings, and powdered milk atop a grade F cereal. It was the longing for connection that I sought on that cold Portland Christmas Eve night, and being able to identify that is everything. It's the same as when you are deep into self-care, you have to identify the why of your actions. Like everything you are going to face, the outcome is a choice. You can choose to be a victim of your own will, or decide to be a warrior. Remember that even warriors have bad days, and when the clouds break, you get back to work. You have an incredible strength inside of you. You wouldn't be here right now if you didn't. I think about why I do what I do, and why I have to get back up for myself every time I fall down. And ultimately, it is because I owe it to myself. Why do I get back up? I get back up because I have to for me, and for those who have had something taken from them by the people who were supposed to protect us. I have to share my story, both good and bad, and I do so knowing that I am strong, capable, and powerful. When it feels like the world is against me, I know that I can be the hero of my own story. I get back up to prove to myself that I can do anything, no matter how hard it is, and no matter what other people think of me. I get back up because I believe in myself. Becoming unbroken. Why? It may feel natural to point your why to external reasons like your children, partner, friends, or career, but I think that is a huge mistake. Your healing journey must be about you first and foremost. It is in your best interest to find an intrinsic reason that inspires you to do the work ahead. The people around you will change, and if you make them the catalyst for the actions in your life, then you may find that when they do change, you become thrown off course and become lost in your journey. Ask yourself what drives you the most. Why do you want to be happy, healthy, and sustained? What drives you to get up? In this exercise, I want you to write your why. And just like before the exercise, I shared mine with you so you could understand why I get back up. And so much of this is a mantra. It is a way of life. It is an understanding. It is the pathway that keeps the light on in the darkness, because there are going to be times where we fall down, my friends. And I will tell you this, the world, for whatever reason, points at us and goes, well, we expected that to happen. Well, fine, so be it. Let them. But let's not leverage them to create the power that we have in our life. What you have inside of you is incredible. And I want you to understand this. So often in the trauma healing journey, we are faced with these moments in which we have to have a reflection against the things that we have done, both good and bad. And in this moment, what I want you to do is leverage the amazing accomplishments that you've had. Did you graduate high school? Did you lose weight? Did you leave the home that you were abused in? Did you find a way to be successful even though the odds were stacked against you? There are so many great things that trauma survivors have done that they have not acknowledged. And I want you to reach down deep into yourself and recall those moments and leverage those for moving forward. Think about the impact that you have for yourself first and foremost. Why are you doing this? Why did you even read this book? Why get back up? Why are you in this place right now, in this moment, where despite everything, you are still going? There is something inside of you that is seeking greatness, and I want you to leverage that because you are allowed to. You are allowed to be great. You are allowed to be powerful. You are allowed to get back up, stand in front of your adversaries and say, I am going to do this for me. Take a few minutes and write down, why do you get back up? Did you know that recent studies show that CBD has incredible benefits for helping with physical pain? I haven't suffered from chronic pain, I've mentioned it before, and with NW Recovery's lavender eucalyptus salve, I have that pain dissipate like nothing else I've ever tried. I love NW Recovery not only because their products are non-psychoactive, which is really important to me, but also because they are created by Navy SEALs. So thank you so much for your service. If you're interested and you want to learn more about NW Recovery's CBD balm of lavender eucalyptus, then check out nw-recovery.com and use the keyword unbroken to save 20% on your first order. Again, that's nw-recovery.com and use the keyword unbroken to save 20% on your order. Unbroken Nation, hope that you just got a tremendous amount of value from today's episode. I want to know what you think. Please do me a favor and review, rate, and share the episode with 3 friends on social media today. It would mean the world if you did, because ultimately at the end of the day, creating community and connection is how we heal generational trauma in the world. And I need your help to do that, Unbroken Nation. So if you're on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you are, please like, comment, share, review. I want to know not only what you like about the show, but how I can make the show better, how I can make this further about helping you on your healing journey. So do me a favor, and when you do, shoot me a screenshot of you making the review to my DM at Michael Unbroken on Instagram so that I can have a conversation with you, say hi, and more importantly, so I can share it with the Unbroken Nation. Thank you so much, my friend.